So everybody, today I'm going to do a little bit of a different kind of video. And before I get started, I know my eye still looks terrible, but I did go to the urgent care center. And they said it's not infectious, it's just probably some inflammation. And I've been using some drops, but if it doesn't get better, I have to see my ophthalmologist. So I don't have pink eye. But today I wanted to do a video that's along the lines of talking about relationship experiences. And this video is going to be about 10 things that I've learned from being in previous relationships. And I wrote down my thoughts because a lot of times I forget what I want to say, or my thoughts get jumbled and I don't get my point across effectively. So I wrote it down in my book, so you'll see me looking down quite a bit. So we're going to get started, and these are not in any particular order. My sister was telling me I thought this one should come before that one, but it's not that they are in order of importance. It's just in the order that they came to mind. So I'm going to start with my first thought. And I also want to say that this is not professional advice. I'm not a psychologist or psychotherapist or anything like that. These are just my experiences and my thoughts. Some of you may agree with me, some of you may not, but this is not advice. These are just my thoughts. My first thought, or the first lesson that came to mind was, I am equally important in the relationship. My thoughts, ideas, and feelings matter. So in future relationships, if I run across somebody who thinks that my ideas or my feelings are worthless or they're ridiculous, that'll be a red flag for me to consider whether I want to continue the relationship or not. My second lesson was to not make him so important that you push your morals, dreams, and goals to the back burner. At this point, you're not, well, for me, I'm not married to the person. So, all of the things that I wanted to do before I met him, I'm not going to drop them because we are in a relationship. I'm going to keep pushing with whatever it was I want to do. And all of the things that I believe in, I'm going to believe in them whether or not I'm in a relationship with him or not. That is not going to change. I believe in God. I have morals, and if he wants me to change my morals, he is definitely not the one for me. So that is that, and that's a humongous red flag. If you want me to I guess change my morals for you, that is a no-go, definitely. I'm not sacrificing any morals or any dreams or any goals or any plans that I have in place. And if you want me to do that, again, that is just a no-go for me. My next lesson is, I guess it's so maybe further down the line in the relationship, to support his ideas and dreams and let him know that he is important. That is absolutely important in a relationship. I read once that men value respect in a relationship, and they also value you being the one to make them feel important. Like when everybody else beats them down and nobody else supports their ideas or makes them feel positive about a project they worked on or something like that, it should be you pumping him up and making him feel important about that. That is really important. Just like it's important for him to make you feel loved, you should respect him and make him feel important. So I did learn that, and I will put that into practice. Number 4, or my fourth lesson, is to show affection, respect him, and never let others know that you are having problems or disagreements. I always, my mother always said, what happens at home stays at home. So no fighting in public, no getting in front of people and letting them know that you didn't like what he said, or all up in his face and all of that. And always show him affection. Men do like affection, whether or not they want to be the hard one or not, but a hug and a kiss here and there is very important. It lets him know that you value him and you desire him, and that is really important in keeping a relationship strong, my opinion. Number 5, or lesson 5, never belittle your man in public. Like I just said, never, under any circumstance. I've seen women who get up in men's faces, curse them out, call them bitches and stuff like that. That is an absolute no-no. You wouldn't want him to do that to you in public, call you a hoe or anything like that. That just makes him feel small, and why would he want to be with you? Never, ever, ever jump up in his face and cuss him out and act a fool and make people wonder who wears the pants in the relationship. No. Lesson 6, let the man be the man in the relationship. Don't be so independent that you take away his joy in being able to do things for you. Men, to me, seem to want to be the problem solver. If you have an issue and you bring it to him, they want to help you out, and I think that you should let them. If you bring the problem to them, I think that you should fall back and let them. I mean, that's just my opinion. Y'all might be wanting to rear up in my face and say no. Now, that's not how it should be. But I always think that the man should be the man in the relationship. He should be the one to be the head of the relationship. Especially if you bring him a problem, expect him to want to help you and let him help you. And don't tell him he's doing things wrong or you don't like or anything like that. Let him man up and do what he's supposed to do and take charge of the situation. And that's my opinion. And if you don't agree with me, then I would love to see what your comments are below. But I think the man should be the lead of the relationship. Women, we don't wear the pants. I'm so sorry. They make pants for women and they're cute, but we don't wear the man pants. Thank you. Number 7, never in a sexual relationship let him force you to do things you aren't comfortable with. If he forces you, he is not the man for you. That's self-explanatory. Next, lesson 8, never change. Once you enter a relationship, stay the same wonderful person you were prior to meeting him. I have seen women who their whole personality changes and they drop friends and it's all about him and you can't say anything about him and it's just him, and she is just a drone. She is just a man robot. Do not. He fell in love with you or he liked you for the person that you were when he first met you. So that should be clue number 1. Clue number 2 is everybody else loves you for the person you are. You should love yourself for the person you are, and you should not change whatsoever. Do not become the man drone. Number 9, or lesson 9, speak up. Always let yourself be heard. Don't turn into the quiet little church mouse and not let him know what you think about a situation. It is a partnership and he should want to know how you feel about things. So don't let things just happen without opening your mouth and saying something. If you have an opinion or you don't like something, of course, take him to the side in a private, personal space and tell him. But always speak up if you don't feel like you like something, or you feel like something's not right, or you feel like something should be done a certain way, and then you guys can talk about it. But never step back and be quiet and let things happen, and then you're unhappy with the way the situation turned out. But whose fault is it? Because you didn't say anything. So always speak up and let your ideas and thoughts and opinions be known so that they can be discussed. And number 10, or lesson 10, is never let a man put his hands on you, unless it is in a loving touch. Look for the signs of jealousy, wanting to isolate you, his anger, and just your gut feeling that things aren't right. Always follow your gut feeling. Just like when you see how he goes into a rage over like a little situation. It has nothing to do with you, but he's going into a rage over a little situation. That is a humongous red flag. When he's always trying to pull you away from your family so that it can be just the two of you, that is a humongous red flag. Especially if he puts his hands on you, whether he apologizes or anything, that is the most flaming red flag. And just when you feel like, you know, things are not right, please go with your gut feeling. I've been in that type of situation, and I kind of, not necessarily ignore, but I just let things go on, and it turned out to be like the worst relationship of my life. So if you see those red flags coming, I just say run 100 miles an hour in the opposite direction of that man, because he is going to get worse and he is going to hurt you. Go running the other way in the beginning when you start to see those things happen. Don't let the relationship go on and then you get all caught up, and they're good at doing what I call brainwashing and making you think that they're the only ones that can do whatever for you, or you know, it's just them that loves you or whatever, and they get you tied up in that relationship, and then you become abused and you can't get out. Do it in the beginning. When you see those red flags pop up, run. And I'm really, really adamant about that. I try to speak to teenage girls about terrible relationships before they can get all caught up in it, because I don't want them to go through the stuff that I went through when I was a teenager. I just think that we as women are way, way, way too precious to be hurt like that. So, you know, if you see it coming, listen to your family, because they see it coming too. Listen to your friends. Don't ignore them, because sometimes they see things that you don't see. And I have a bonus, and my bonus lesson is that, you know, I kind of learned it when I started thinking back to how I was like in my late teens and early 20s, and it is that looks aren't everything. I wrote down long gone are the days of my 20s where I only cared about looks. I missed out on possibly marrying a doctor in my stupid young age. And the questions I ask myself now when considering a romantic relationship is, does he have a plan of what he wants in his life? Does he give you the attention you need? Does he make you feel special? Does he show you true interest in your life, your dreams, your goals? Hell, does he call you back when he says he's going to call you back? Or does it take a couple of days for him to get on the phone and call you? And then he'll call you back with some old jackass excuse about why he didn't call you. It's all about their morals now to me, their personality, their dreams and goals or lack thereof, and how I feel in the relationship. And I know we are all drawn in initially by looks, but to me now, it's not necessarily if he looks like a supermodel, but is it something about him that draws me, like his eyes or something like that? You know, I see something in his eyes, but not necessarily that he has to be the most gorgeous thing walking. I also think about those other things, and then those red flags about abuse, do they pop up? So yeah, I consider a whole lot now before I try to delve into a relationship. And I'm glad I learned the lessons, although they were hard as I was learning them. But I feel like I have a lot of tools to work with now. And, you know, the relationships get better and better as I get older and older. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to my little lesson in relationship rant. And I hope you like this video. And there will be more videos like this, kind of girl talk videos. I had initially meant this one to be like, you know, glass of wine and a little bit of girl talk, but didn't work out that way because I wanted to get this video out. But in the future, there'll probably be like some girl talk and wine videos. So I will talk to you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.